Hey guys, it's hope you had a good day. I'm doing a recap of this morning's trading. It was kind of a choppy morning. I didn't catch the move. Pretty good move straight up late morning as far as equities go. But just thought I'd just do a little teaching around the open, kind of a free session. Put it out to the free list on Cycle Edge. So let's see. Today I traded. I've been kind of sticking with just anybody that's paying attention, short Russell theme, just because we like small caps. When growth slows, they usually have a tougher time. We've talked about this for months now, that you haven't had the market for really, I guess, wow, even back since March. Russell hasn't been able to make new highs. So it's very sideways. I mean, this is a clear range trade. I think it resolves itself to the downside. Doesn't really matter what I think. We're right in the middle of the range now. We've had a good daily cycle on the downside. So there's a lot of shorts here this week and the end of last week. But you can kind of see the 8 still moving down. So there's a lot of softer, weaker momentum. I mean, this thing trades like a wet Kleenex. So it came in this morning and it actually had an up day as far as the intermediate term. So we were making, if you were a core short, we sold some rallies. If you're a core short, yesterday was a day to cover some. And then we kind of just ebb and flowed back up today. But around the open, it was a little bit choppier. So on the micro level, you can see that even the Russell, I mean, it did grind higher. It didn't move back as much as the S&Ps. But anyway, so just really right out of the gates, here's the open, 9:30. Let me get my pen out. Let's get a good color here. Yellow. So this was the open. And basically my guys know on the 1 minute and 5 minute around the open, there's kind of a lot of different ways to play it. But I was short, I believe, inside of this bar. And then I had several covers down here. I think I even resold in here. And so right off the bat, there's a lot of the bars kind of go up and they move around, they kind of come down, and you just get a lot of the action. Literally looks like it's just good energy right off the open. So when I get red, or in this case orange candle, I cover. When I get some white, I reshort it and I cover. And then if I'm doing that successfully, I don't necessarily go and hedge it. If I start out and I kind of something's going against me, then I'll jump on the other side. So what I ended up doing was short a couple times in here. I believe I made covers here. And then as we rallied back, this was a pretty strong move back. You guys see how large this candle is? Now, in the process of making that candle, I was reshorting the Russell, all right? So by the time we got up to here, I was pretty out of the money on the Russell. And if you were just outright day trading the Russell, you would have made money off the open. Go to reshort thinking maybe this is the start of a downtrend, and then you get this reversal, right? You get this big fat candle reversal, but you don't see that. See how large that bar is relative to all these? Everything's relative, right? That's a sign of strength. And really, look at that. You didn't break that candle's low the rest of the morning, and the market just continued higher. But in the process, before that bar is formed, I am reshorting into this because there's an edge here to be short. So I sold into that. Now, I was able to stay with that from here to here because when S&Ps got down here, I bought some. I might even bought some here, kind of a high buy because I was short the Russell. And then when we got down here, I bought another lot. So look what I'm doing. I'm taking profits a couple times in here on this move down. All right. And then I'm just going, okay, I'll put a little one lot long out. Okay, I can buy a little bit more down here because I'm long. I'm already made money here. Okay. Then as we come back up, I'm long. Say my average is here. I'm just going off of the top of my head. It's at the end of the day. I don't know exactly where I'm at. I'll show you some of the executions in a second. But for this candle move back up, even though I was shorting the Russell, okay, and I'm out of the money on the Russell, I'm making money on S&P. Much more balanced, right? And then this is where I always teach you guys is once I'm out of the money on the Russell here, I'm losing money, right? That's why I put it in red. I'm not interested in trying to short, try to fight it. I'm not trying to get my average to the top of this bar and then like be your hero and never lose money. When I get out of the money, a couple of contracts, that's it. I'm not interested in shorting more and more and more. What I do then is focus on what's working this side. And then, so what I did here was I sold, took some profit, we dipped, I rebought, took some profit maybe up here, I think I rebought again. We pulled back here, I bought down here even more. I sold out into this bar, I sold out into here. So I got busier on this side because the Russell short wasn't working. And even when the Russell came back down from here, this down here, about halfway of this move, you guys can do your wall analysis. Boom, right there halfway, right? The wall off the low. I covered half of my short. I took a loss on the, so I made money. I made money here. Oh, whoops, hold on. Made money here. And then I gave it back here, short. But I'm not trying to be a hero and say, oh, I'm stubborn. I want to see this thing drop all the way back down so I can not have a losing trade. I'm short. This bar gets retraced. I just take a loss on half. That's a right buy right there. So I took half of my short off, and then I'm busier over here on the long side. Again, because this wasn't working, I get a dip, I get some back. And my thinking is when I cover here, if the market rallies back, which I did do, the market rallies back, then I reshort. Now I have much better short, and I was buying here, taking profit. So I'm milking both sides of the move. I'm covering a bad short. All right, I'm getting more long here. The market moves up. I realized some gains. I short a little bit more at the top of the move, top of the cycle. Now my short's sitting good. Next pullback, I'm long again here at S&Ps. Boom, long, making money. And the short didn't really break. Like I was waiting to see if this short would break because I sold it here. I might have covered and made a little bit money on the short. So there's a good example. Make money here, lose a little bit here, sell some here, comes back down. Now I make a little bit back. And then the fact that this has started making higher lows, I just kind of left the short alone. I mean, I might have tried a couple more scalps. I think I might have sold another one here and then got some back here. But my main focus was on S&P. And I even bought NASDAQ at some point here for a scalp. All right. And notice how the bands were flat coming in. Notice how the moving averages, I mean, you kind of got to zoom out to see it, but this is better context, I guess. So you see how everything's on top of each other? All this is on top of each other, right? The bands are, see that? Everything's kind of highs and lows. See, you're in this zone, choppy, right? It wasn't until you broke this high that the bands start to flare out, right? That was your uptrend. So this is where you could have added, bought, add and reduce, and just keep playing the long side. You had a big day on the long side here if you stuck with it. I was in and out of meetings. So anyway, that's a good viewpoint. Let me just show you kind of what that looks like. Then I'll get into what I did in long bonds. So was this the Russell? So you can kind of see, I'm going to try to remember as best I could. See, I was busy here. This short, cover. And then here's where I reshorted. And then this is, remember where I said at the top here, where I was out of the money. And then see how we pulled back? I covered about halfway of that bar, halfway of the move from up here. That's a cover. And because I covered there, I was more comfortable putting a second lot back out. But I never went more than short 2. And see how I shorted there, covered the low. First first move up, because I made some money and I was long S&P, I reshorted a little bit aggressive, got a chance to cover that. But see how it too, when we moved up here, I left it alone because I was back short too. I wasn't interested in fighting it. And then I'm patiently wait for the cycle to come back down, covered some. And then I got flat right there. Pretty good memory, I don't say, for all the holes I put in my brain over the years. All right, this is, let's see, S&P. So here I started off long, and my bias was to the downside. I don't really care about bias that much, but the point was I thought Russell to the downside was actually, that's where the energy was. But again, like what I showed you guys earlier, I'm long. I bought one into the low because I was covering the Russell into this low. Made some money a couple times in and out. Had no problem taking a little bit of a long. I should have probably taken up here. Maybe I missed. But then we pulled back. I bought again. I don't know what happened there. I sold. Maybe I covered the Russell, so I just wanted to lighten up. Or maybe I might have bought an extra 2 lots and I was long 3 and I didn't like it. I wanted to only be long 2, so I bought more than I wanted. But I like this buy. Boom. Take it off. Boom. Bought again here. Sold some there. Probably could have been a little bit more patient. I had a phone call that I had to get on, so I wanted to wait back for these highs to probably take on another lot, but I just got flat there. Yeah, so that was that. And then if you go back for treasuries, show you guys over on this side. So yesterday, anybody watched the video, I talked about a great way to play bonds on these rallies is sell the long end. You can be long 10s on the dips down here. But sell the long end on when you get high within the range. So if you came in a little bit short, good spot to cover. But I just day traded and added to my core short. Kind of when these bands broke right around in here. There's a cycle that was kind of high also. So I just was like, I'll give this a short shot on the short side, just short one, right? And then we got into money, and then I added. I can't remember if I covered here and then I added again short, or if I added 2 lots there. I was keeping an eye on my average cost. Like I might even went long bonds at one point. Oh no, I didn't buy long bonds. I never. So anyway, when you guys are short, you keep an eye on your average cost. That's what you want to manage your risk around. So I went short 2. My average cost was kind of close to the market. And had I started to go out of the money, I would have started buying long bonds on the other side a little bit to hedge in case we went back to these highs. But we never got, I think I was out of the money by like $30. And then I got this move. And I think I covered there, or I think I definitely sold into that rally. I'm trying to zoom in for you guys. See how the bands roll over? This is a 5-minute. See that? It's pretty clear, right? Uptrend. This gets taken out, double top, phase 2, my guys know that's phase 3. Start making lower highs, lower lows. This was a good rally to sell. And then I just went to the higher time frames and put a few bids in down here, and I covered like boom, boom, boom. I was short 3 at one point. I covered like here, and then I put 2 bids down here. And I was actually pretty patient today because I already had made some money on the day. So there's a little teaching point. When you get up early, say I'm up $1,500 or $1,700, I was like, okay, I'll give this long bond like some room to run, right? If I get back to my average cost, I'll just kill it and I'll still make $1,700 on the day. So let's say my average was right here. When this starts to break, I just let it run. It's easier when you've already up on the day to just say, all right, let's see if we get another $1,000 or whatever out of it. And I just put some bids in down here and maybe use a higher time frame. I think I was looking at like the 30-minute. See if we get back to the bands here. Where's the 15-minute pie? The 200 was down here. So I thought we had a chance to get to like 199.5. I just put some bids in front of that. But that's a good amount of points in long bonds. So let me show you what it looks like. Oh, maybe I didn't paste it. Did I paste it? Yeah. Oh yeah. So where's this? Yeah, so I actually shorted kind of late, and then I resold that bounce, and then that rally I liked. I thought I had a cover in there. Was I short 4 at some point? Yeah, I was kind of trying to sell that bounce. I think I missed it. I missed my offer here, and then I just hit it down again. And then my average was pretty close to the market. And then I covered. And then here's that 119.5 level, covered again. There should be one more cover in there. Maybe I didn't zoom out right. But anyway, so a little bit of teaching there. Hope that helps you guys. What should I do in long bond? Yeah, 1,400. That was pretty good. So 2,600 bucks on the day, couple of hours of trading. So that's what's possible, guys. There's lots to learn, it's fun trading futures, good leverage. We like to trade the open, this new prop team. If you guys missed it, I'll actually include the video from yesterday I did. It's a long one, but I just go over my vision I've had for 3 years, the program. We revamped this for like the 3rd time. Really excited about it. I go into some of the details. I've had a lot of interest already. I've had probably 4 or 5 conversations, 2 guys commit already. And I'm only really want to work with 5 or 7. So if you guys want to talk more about it, let's try to figure it out tomorrow or by the end of the week. Just message me, let me know what's going on. I'll jump on the phone. I cleared my schedule for the remainder of the week, so I'm pretty flexible. So if you guys got time, let's just get on it. But I'll be more than happy to see who wants to play and kind of explain what we're going to do as a team. And it's going to be good, though. Not only are we just going to trade the open, but I mean, like, being able to take advantage of bonds and not just have to trade like 1 or 2 contracts on, some of you guys are just focused on one instrument, and it'll be good. So it'll be a lot of training, a lot of coaching, a lot of growth will come out of it, but we'll make some real money too. So anyway, have a great night. Talk to you guys, hopefully somebody tomorrow and the next day.